So, hello everybody, and welcome back to Simulation Section. With me, it's the Animal Central, that guy, that northern person, who films buses and buys buses, and sometimes, occasionally, gets to sit in front of his computer and have a little go at some of the simulation games that he used to have a go at. That's why he's here on YouTube. That's me. Hello. You join me today in Skipton. Now, I will unpause the game very, very shortly. I wanted to pause it just for the introduction because I know that this is a bit more of a timetabled scenario. But you join me here at Skipton Station. So we've got a lovely class 333 alongside us. We're in the Airedale and Wharfdale line railway that is created by the incredibly talented Max Trax. Very, very, very talented individual. This has to be one of the best, if not the best, train sim classic route out there. I don't think they get much better than this. And today we are playing a scenario that I found on there we go, on the sort of, what do you call it, on the website on Alan Thompson Sim. I don't know why that just escaped me. So basically, it's an overcast May morning. That train's just gone to Leeds, and today you're rostered to work 2S07 to 7:36 stopping service from Skipton to Bradford Foster Square. Overnight, the usual class 333 has cried enough and deemed a failure, so they've scrambled this as a replacement just to cover. It was occasional that things like this would happen. Occasionally, they would swap these into cover. And as I say, we are doing a realistic run. We're doing the 7:36 stopping service through to Bradford Foster Square. So we're following that 333. We shouldn't be too far behind it, all being well. But hopefully it'll get a little bit of space on us, so we're not stuck behind it. And we are due into Shipley Rising Hall. Doesn't really tell us what time at that point. Basically, we're looking like it's going to be about 40 minutes, is this. This is a scenario. I will link this scenario, the standard scenario, in the description below. You can download it off Alan Thompson Sim, I believe. Again, this route that we are driving, you can also acquire from Alan Thompson Sim. It's a really, really good route. I am going to get it set up, and then we'll have a little bit more of a chat about it. So what we're driving today is the Armstrong Powerhouse 142, the best 142 out there without a doubt. The unit that we've got is 142004 in the D-branded Northern livery that quite a lot of these vehicles were withdrawn in and then subsequently scrapped in. A few of them have been saved, but as I say, there was quite a lot of them, so not every single one. So we'll get our bits and bobs sorted. So we need to get the destination light on, that's important. We need to get our marker lights on. Let's just get the marker lights on. There we go, that's looking a bit better. And then we need to go up, because we're going to be here a while changing this blind. Because Skipton's right at the bottom of the list. Oh dear, we've only got 30 seconds to do it, so let's hope that we get there, all being well. Yep, 30 seconds. What I absolutely love about the AP142 is all the different blinds it's got. It's got all the blinds that you would find in like the northern units, and obviously bits like that, catering for the fact that these could be used for anything, and they could also be used as AI vehicles, so it's quite good to have all these different blinds on. Sometimes you drive some units and they don't have all the different blinds on, and you're left feeling like, well, they would have that blind in real life. And I know that the Class 150/1 has that issue where it doesn't have every single blind. And this one, as you can see, with how many we're having to scroll through, has them for pretty much every scenario and every situation. So that's us set up for Bradford. There is no Bradford Foster Square and interchange, it's just Bradford. So, yeah, but we should still manage. Doors are still open. Get the DRA off. Just look at this as well. I mean, just look at the detail. I've been driving around today. I've been driving the bus. And I thought to myself, I've been really looking forward to having a little go on this. I just really, really have got into train sim at the moment. For those of you that love train sim, I mean, this is like your golden era on the sort of game side of things of what I do. There we go. That's us. our first stop, by the looks of it, is Connolly Station. So I'm really excited because I haven't actually done this bit yet. So I'm really excited. So far we've done Ilkley twice. We've done Bradford Foster Square to Ilkley in a video from a few. Right, I didn't want to. Sorry, I didn't want to pass a signal at. I didn't want to. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, sorry everybody. Let's try that again. Instead of pressing Q, I pressed Tab, and that's why it ended up catching us. Oh dear. But anyway, we know now, don't we? So yeah, I haven't done this bit yet. So we've done, as I say, we've done Leeds to Keighley on it. We've done Leeds to Keighley. We've done Bradford Foster Square in the inspection train. Bradford Foster Square to Ilkley, and we've also done Leeds to Ilkley. So this is the only section that we haven't done yet, and this will also include the exciting curve at Shipley Station for the single line platform that services go on to go to Bradford Foster Square from this direction. I also thought this was a really cool scenario because obviously loads and loads of scenarios are utilising all the various different units that come along here for the sort of Settling Carlisle and Morecambe line. So there's a lot of coverage on like Morecambe scenarios, and the triple threes look so good. So there's a lot on the sort of like the Morecambe line and the Carlisle line, and a lot of Skipton to Leeds. So when I saw this scenario, it really stuck out at me because I was like, oh, that's really cool. We're getting to do something a little bit different. We're getting to take a pacer to Bradford. That's not something you get to do all the time. Now I remember a few years ago, it wasn't too long ago, I was at Bradford Foster Square for some work, and they were running very pleasant buses. And they were running very pleasant buses up to Ilkley, but they still had the Leeds line running, and I believe what had happened is on that particular weekend, they'd switched the electrical wires off. So the idea was they were working up at Ilkley, they were doing bits like that, so it had to be a bus. But they'd switched the electrical wires off on the section, so they were running a Leeds to Bradford Foster Square shuttle, but it was using a diesel loco. So this idea of using a diesel unit on here is not too out of the blue, it's not too random, it is something that did used to happen. Oh, it just looks so good. This is just my childhood, is this with Northern livery, it just looks so good. So good. Come on, press, there we go, thank you. Oh god, that is a single yellow, so let's slow it on down a little bit. Preparing for the possibility of a red signal head. Because obviously we've got that 333 in front of us going to Leeds that we probably, knowing our luck, will be chasing all the way. This AP142 is so good. I know we've driven it in the past few videos, but just look at that as well. God, it just looks absolutely stunning. It really, like, seriously looks good. Just look at the background as well. Just North Yorkshire. We love it. We absolutely love it. There we go. I could not resist at that point. Make a screenshot. So let's slow down like we are actually preparing for this to be a red. So let's slow down for that. Now this is quite realistic for this line, where for some reason everything seems to rock up at the same time. What does that? I think, yeah, that's not a red, so we'll ramp it back up again. Prepared for our next AWS warning. Got all the buttons ready, so it should trigger. Can hear me avidly clicking, waiting for it. It will trigger. Come on, work. I'm literally pressing you. I literally pressed it. You all saw then. You all saw. I literally pressed it. There is something wrong with the AWS reset in my game. There must be. There's no other way that it triggers every time I press every single button. I was pressing on here, I was pressing the Q, and it just did not want to know. Did not want to know. Unless you've got to press it all the way down, I assume, and just leave it. We'll try that next time, because we are going to get a next time, because we're stuck behind another unit, so we'll see if that does it. Now, a cool fact here about Connolly Station, I have waited, sat on a bus at that level crossing that we've just gone over. I've been on a bus that was run by a company actually, but it was at a bus running bay up in Skipton. I think that was pretty spot on to that arrow actually. I'm quite happy with that. There we go. So we've only had 2 AWS things. I think I've got to hold it down. I think that's what we've established. And there'll be a load of you watching going, yeah, that's what you need to do. And yes, my apologies. My apologies that I am still getting used to it. But we will get there. We will prevail. We will prevail. It's all about the entertainment and the fun factor. So next stop is Skipton and Silverstone. So while that's setting off on a 90 road, a little look around here. Because as I say, I have waited there on a bus, and then gone there, and then eventually gone to a big roundabout and gone to Skipton. Let's catch up to our train. Oh, come on. Press. Work. I'm literally pressing you. Why are you not working? It's not pressed. Yeah. Okay, that debunks that idea. Because it just does not, for some reason, it does not recognise it. So that debunks that idea. So basically, we either get rid of looking the AWS works, or it decides it's just not going to work. We've learned that. We've learned that. Okay, we have learned that. It's just going to be a really long run to Bradford. Oh look, it's another trip. Exciting. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. There we go. I want to do that instead. Yeah, if anybody has an idea as to what is going on with this AWS sound, please do let me know, because that is it being pressed out. You can see it. Clicking on the big alert thing also. I don't want to keep this big HUD on, but if it means that it's actually going to work, then it'll be beneficial. Just a bit bonkers. I'm just really confused as to why it does not recognise us at all. It just means it's going to be an incredibly slow run to Shipley, where we leave the other one, but hey ho. Now on about the line, rather than on about the fact that this train is just doing what it wants, and what have just the absolute typical pacer thing. Absolute typical pacer thing. Oh, it's green, thank goodness for it. I'm absolutely loving this. Just for the record, I mean, that shouldn't surprise anyone. Just look at the hills. It's like, this is North Yorkshire. This is what North Yorkshire is like. This is what this line is like. The detailing of everything, the shrubbery, the plate bits on the ground as well. Everything is literally as it is. You've got the markers, just everything. It's absolutely like phenomenal as this line. Really is. Now you do need the Huddersfield line to get it working, but basically you pay for this. I think the price that this is an absolute bargain, and it's very rare that I say that in Train Simulator those of you who know me, very, very rare. However, for me, I do think that this is an absolute bargain for what it is. Because the detail on this route, the opportunities, the possibilities are just absolutely amazing. I really, really do enjoy it. This video as well will probably be coming out after a video that I'm going to be filming with the inspection train again. The previous video on the inspection train did that well that I think I'm going to do another. Someone has suggested the Huddersfield line, so you're probably going to see an inspection train on the Huddersfield line, just for a laugh. Something totally different. So I think that's what we're going to do. You'll have seen it if I've done that. There's already a video out, then that's that. If not, and I've done it on something else, then that's that. But I thought I'd better split up the pace of videos. I did want to film this first because I've just been thinking about driving this scenario all day today. It's just like I really want to see the Skipton bit from the view of a pace, as you do. But it is just absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? It's so nice. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very, very, really honest with you all at the moment. I'm enjoying filming these a lot more than I am filming Beyond this stuff. And I think that's because behind the scenes I am doing a lot of driving at the moment. I'm driving a lot of buses and coaches and various bits and bobs. So I'm doing I'm just driving a lot. It's just it's like what happens after Christmas. After Christmas, you're just like, oh, I need to earn more cash. And that's kind of what it is at the moment. I need to earn more cash, and I want to pay for other big things like holidays and stuff like that, like we all do. We're all in the same boat here. We all do things like that. So that I'm just doing a lot of real life driving. So I'm enjoying driving the train a lot more. And this line is like really, really helping that, because it is just an absolutely stunning line. It is so nice, is this railway line. It is just absolutely unreal. It really, really is just how nice the railway line is. And I've been wanting to film train sim stuff like this for ages. Oh, come on. Why aren't you? There we go. It was a bit too early, that's why. But it's just an absolutely stunning line. I mean, by the looks of it, we're going to be quite late. Although I say that, I think it's realising that we're picking up speed. So hopefully it costs on to us having to catch up a bit of time. Although I don't think being a couple of minutes late is the worst thing, obviously, with this just plain silly buggers with the spadding. I think not spadding, but the aiding rest alert system. I think it's actually a good thing that we are a couple of minutes behind the 333 today. I do think it's a good thing. Yeah, when I do mention that I'm getting more into this, don't get me wrong, I've still got some on to 2 stuff lined up. I'm just choosing to film a lot more of these at the moment. So you might get some weeks where there's 2 of these. You might get some more where there's 2 of these a week. I am trying to, as I say, rotate it with the opposite stuff, but I'm really enjoying this at the moment. It's so fun. As I say, for those that have just tuned in and just found my channel through this video, if you haven't already, do go and check out my main one and more central. I've been running that for 10 years. That's all the main stuff. But if you have sort of just cottoned on and joined this and gone, oh wow, this looks like a really cool route. This is the route that I pretty much grew up on. Every weekend we used to jump on a train from Bradford Foster Square or from Shipley or somewhere along that line, go to Keighley or go to Wilkley or go to Skipton. So I did slightly forget to honk because I was a bit too busy there, but we horned a bit late. We still H'd, and we're going to H again. It's all good, we'll H again. And this time I'm actually ready for it. That was cool. There we go. I think that made up for the previous one. Now we'll ease off in the hope that that assists. Come on, work! You literally pressed down. Yeah, it's just not. It's not catching it. It's not catching it. Yeah. There's something wrong, there's something broken with the AWS on this. Because you all saw then, it was pressed. The AWS was pressed. It should have clicked it on, but it didn't. So there is something wrong with the AWS. So I think it is unfortunate. It's going to be a long run to Bradford. I mean, in real life, they'd probably just pull the unit at this point and go, yes, there's an AWS fault. But we've not had a fault this bad until now. I think we've done quite well till now. But it's not like the keyboard isn't clicking it. Like, the keyboard's working. It's the game that's, for some reason, deciding it doesn't want to work. Like, I'm pressing the big button as well when we do it and everything. It's just not wanting to work. So if anybody has any ideas as to what has broken it, please do let me know. I don't know, it might be a latest update to Train Sim messed about or something, I don't know. What is going on? What is happening? Why have we lagged? Okay, that was scary. I don't know why it's doing that. I mean, I was well under the speed. We're alright, and it was just like, no, I'm not interested. Not interested, sorry. So please do let me know if you can figure that one out. But we'll manage. It just means it's a bit more painful than we want it to be. But the positive is we're obviously going to stay away from the other unit, so that's good. There goes another 333. I absolutely love the fact that this scenario is based in this area. This is like the big area in Northern, I remember. When all the Pacers had been debranded and it was, oh my god, the Pacers are going very soon. Let's see them, let's go and have a look at them. So it was that sort of area of going to have a look at them and seeing what was going on with them, and then the 333s had been debranded from the lovely blue and red Metro livery that they'd been put in the Metro train livery, the like newer era of Metro train. So they were all being debranded. These had been debranded. This is like the proper premium of my era. Is this? It's so good. And we're entering Keighley from the other way that we did in the first video. We're entering from the northbound, and on the right hand side that is the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. I remember so many times standing on this platform and waiting for the train to come in. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I am the one driving the train. How exciting! And I remember standing on this platform, and I filmed a 144 going up to Morecambe. And I remember it was all dark. It was about 4 or 5 in the evening. We'd been on the Worth Valley Railway for the day. And don't get me wrong, the Worth Valley Railway was all very exciting and all of that lot. But for me, I was a pacer nut. So seeing the 144 going up to Morecambe, I was, oh my gosh. Always hoping and praying that this allocation would happen, that it'd come round the corner and it'd be a pacer. Knowing full well it never would, because the 333s break, and although they did break from time to time, it was quite rare. So it was so good. It was so surreal. Sort of just standing there watching them belting up and down, and then you get the odd late train coming in from Carlisle with a 158 with some strapped on back of it, some like 142 or 150, some really random unit strapped on the back, just clinging on for dear life as it should come all the way down from Carlisle. Oh, just amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm going to try this next one, because we are definitely going to get it kicking off again, because this is a very AWS friendly line. Hey, the Northern Interior! Yay! Nice. I have been on a 142 that looks like this. How exciting! Such a good line. So good. And then next one's Cross Flats, then Bingley, then Saltaire, then Shipley, then Frizinghall, and then Bradford. It's a good scenario. I just wish the AWS was working. I mean, it worked to start with. I mean, we caught one of them. We just, for some reason, it just doesn't seem to be wanting to catch any others. It's a bit weird. Really, really weird, is that? Is what it is at the end of the day. Probably only get it 1 or 2 more times if it's going to play up. But hopefully we'll be fine. I absolutely love this AP142. I remember the previous 142 they did, and I remember driving that, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then they updated it, obviously, when Train Sim Classic, the DTG lot, released their 142, and AP were like, no, we are doing ours up. It's absolutely phenomenal. So good. So good. It really, really is. Centre that again. Yeah, Crossflaps and Bingley are very close to each other. What I also love about this scenario is it's a stopper as well. The other ones that you'll do, like the ones that have originated Carlisle or originated in Morecambe, they sort of like semi-fasts along here, and some of them are even quicker sometimes, depending on the era that you're basing it off. But with this, you can actually enjoy the pacer from station to station. So it is really, really cool. You've got that sort of cool bit of being able to stop at all the stations. And actually, on the look at them, that's really cool. Really, really cool being able to sort of have a look at each station as you go past. Because don't get me wrong, the express scenarios are really cool as well, and they're really unique and different. But just having the ability to just stop at each station and just have a look and have a nosy and see what's going on is really cool. It's like this bit. This for me is like, again, pure childhood, because the amount of times the A650 main road is to the left of the station, and that we are going to follow along pretty much. And Sander, the 333 set up as well, so cool, so cool. I absolutely love this route. I really, really do. I've definitely got my money's worth out of it. That is for sure. That is for sure. So there we go. So let's get those doors opened. So if I have a little brief look, this is the A650 that, believe me, is usually a lot busier than this. And this will now follow us pretty much all the way through to Bingley. But again, it is just one of these really cool things. Just amount of times I used to either go through here on the train or go past on the car, or even the Optare Solo that I have has been along that road numerous times. I've got videos of it on that road numerous times. It's so cool. He's so cool. Oh gosh, it's coming for me. Oh, I don't want to get beamed by the train. There we go. Too late, pal. Sorry. So cool. Oh yeah, we're driving it. Better jump back on. Now we are quite late, about 3 minutes late, so it's not exactly going to be a successfully achieved scenario, I don't think. But it's a fun scenario, that is what matters. I mean, to be fair, the amount of times the AWS has stopped us, we've already failed it regardless. And if it wasn't for the AWS stopping us, we'd probably be on time. But decent time. So just to note with this scenario, there are a few minor changes to what you will see yourself, depending on the rolling stock that you have. I don't have the 158 rolling stock. What I've never understood about the 158 in Train Simulator is DTG make their own variations of the Sprinter for routes. So there is the Class 158 Sprinter, there's the Standard Class 158, there's a Settle & Carlisle variation. So there's a Settle & Carlisle variation, there is a North Wales route variation, and a variation for the Huddersfield line. But yet, none of these are the right variation of the 158, because most people use the 159 as a 158, just to absolutely confuse things beyond belief. So the standard rolling stock's the 158. Now I the 159 unit as the 158 because that's apparently the most detailed one of all of that lot. However, I personally have just got all the other renditions. I don't have that one. So as you will notice with this and possibly the previous video I did with the Pacer, there's no 159 things going across. Just purely because I haven't got it yet. I probably will. Let's face it at this point, I probably will. Because I know that it comes, the 159 comes with some Riviera line scenarios. And those of you that have known me long enough know I love the Riviera line. I've been along it a couple of times now on the train. Absolutely beautiful every time. It was one of the first routes I got for train sim because it had the Pacer. It had the Pacer train in it, so it had the 143, so it was like one of the first routes I got for train sim, the Riviera line and the Isle of Wight line at the same time. And I absolutely love it. Any excuse to have a drive on that route between Exeter and Paignton, like any excuse at all, and I would be there. It is such a nice line, so nice. So our next one is Saltaire in 2 miles. So that was Bingley, and if I dare leave, oh that's a house. There's the Aldi, literally. There is an Aldi there in real life. Here's the bit that I find really cool. The exact road sign that is here, the exact thing in the exact same spot. So cool. And then keeping an eye making sure it doesn't give us an AWS. Here's 3 rise locks. And then if we follow our way around again, I've been up these in a narrowboat. Here is 5 rise locks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Modelled in the distance because Max Jacks knew you could still see it. So cool. Just that extra level of detail. When you drive the other route, you really notice it in this. You really do. And if you are sort of driving this over and over and over and you're like, oh, well, I don't really know what you mean. It's not that detailed or all like that. Drive any other route, drive an older train sim route, and believe me, you will realise just how detailed this is. Don't get me wrong, the other routes are lovely, and the other routes during their time were obviously like really detailed for their period, for their time. And there are some modern routes, like the North Wales route, for example, is beautiful. But the thing that really gets me with this route is the detail beyond the lines. Like when you look at other routes, don't get me wrong, there are nice details. There's nice details sort of like close to the railway. But with this, it's like I can go all the way over there and that's 5 rise locks. And Max Tracks knew that you might be able to see that in the distance. So there's the possibility that you might be able to see that. I caught it. There we go. I caught it, everybody. That's exciting. I caught it. I think we've worked out what the problem is. I think I have worked it out. I don't want to jinx myself here, but I think it's one gentle push. I think if I try and spam it, the game just goes, I don't know what to do. So I think one gentle push, and if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Like that. There we go. One gentle push. So we've learnt that now. One gentle push. Gentle push. We've got that, and as you can see on our bottom line here, that's going to be really important to remember, because this is about to be quite fun. Here we go, Saltaire with the museum, the art gallery museum bit on the left, the old Titus salt mill housing on the right hand side. Oh, it's so cool. Titus salt mill straight in front of us. Again, I spent so much of my childhood here. It's unreal. Absolutely unreal. And even if I didn't come here by train, you'd be there walking over the bridge going, oh, really up, there's a train coming. Well, watch the train go past. And you would get freight coming through because you've got the Settle and Carlisle line, so you do get freight coming through here. It's not too unsurprising to see. So you do get occasional freight, and I also love just the attention to detail, the correct sign, all the bits on it, the World Heritage Site, because that's what Saltaire is. Saltaire is a World Heritage Site. There's a lovely park over there. Shipley Glen Tramway is over there in real life. So that's over there, and it goes up that big hill. They're currently fundraising for that at the moment, and here is the old Titus Salt houses and bits. I had a family member, my auntie used to live in one of those houses, believe it or not, before she passed away. She used to live in one of those houses. So again, I used to spend a lot of time in Shipley. Another reason, and a lot of time in Saltaire, sorry, that's why I absolutely love this route, because she used to live up there. So for me, it's really, really nice, because there's someone that I don't go around Saltaire and all round there that much now, because I'm not based around there as much. It's really, really nice to drive this route, be able to look up that, reminisce and think about it. That's really cool. I do, again, I absolutely love this route. This is just my childhood in a route. And I know that there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of more videos that I'm going to do on this that are going to be pretty much along the lines of the same thing. So we might as well ease off now, because we are late, whether we like it or not, we're late. So we've faced the fact that we're late. We've worked out the problem with the ADS, so hopefully we can solve that for future videos. So we've figured that issue out. Figured that problem out, there we go. And we know for next time, but we're a couple of minutes late because we've been getting excited on various bits of scenery and whatnot, because it is cool. So let's just ease it off. So yeah, this is at Colgate, change lines, and then we're going to go around the Shipley curve now onto platform number 5, which is the sort of Bradford to North curve. I'm surprised it hasn't kicked off on me. I mean, I've got a million and one things going on here. There we go. And there is a train waiting for us. That one's in the new Northern colours. Eh? The new Northern colours. But this is painted. This, to be fair, I think the Triple Threes were some of the first things painted. This is cool. Let's get a screenshot of this on the curve. Again, quite a rarity is this, to be honest. Quite a rarity. Still, nevertheless, really cool. Let's see if we can get another, because I think the sunlight might be a bit better now. Oh no, we need to get out the tree, but we don't want to get out the tree that much. Oh, we found a tree. Let's see if we can get because the problem is we've got the trees in the way. If we didn't have that tree in the way, we'd be doing okay. That might work. Oh yes. Oh, I like that. I'm quite happy about that. No speeding. Come on. I've been done for everything in the course of this video. I didn't intend to get done for anything, but I've been done for everything. Oh, the unnecessarily wide platform at Shipley. And there we go. Caught that as well. Caught that. And we're on a red signal. That's a bit weird. That is a bit weird. We're on a red signal. Why are we on a red signal? That's a bit surprising. Is there all coming, or is it just? Is anything coming? No, there isn't. There's nothing. Huh? Why are we on a red signal? That's a bit bizarre. They're all red. What? We'll go up to it. Request to pass signal at danger is approved. So we have... What on it? I mean, it did say we were approved. I mean, what on earth's happening here? We did so well, and then it's just gone now. Tracks lined up for us. I'm trying to see if... I don't think the track's actually lined up for us either. That's not good. That's... I mean... Yeah, it is lined up for us. Yeah, it is lined up for us. In which case, we've received approval to go through the... We've received approval to go through at red. You all saw that. It said approved. So if this now fails us, you're all witnesses to that. It did say approved. And our line is all set up. I really hope that we get across these points. I'm going to go a little bit slower, because there's clearly an issue here. I don't quite know what. So I'm just going to go really, really, really slowly over these. Yeah, we've gone over them. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's just, as usual, this has just been an adventure. More of an adventure than we'd planned. I don't know why that was on red. I really don't. But it did approve us, and this is all set up for us to go across. Yeah, it is. All the tracks set up. What? That's a bit weird. It's all set up for us. There is a possibility that that was possibly to do with me not having all of the rail vehicles. However, the rail vehicles I didn't have don't come down here. This is on 333 land, so I don't quite know why that was red. Something to feed back as you do with these scenarios, but yeah, adds to the adventure. At least we know where tab is to pass the signal at red, so that's good. So we got approval to pass it at red, so that was exciting. Got that done. And then passed it, because I don't know what else to do. The line was all set up for us. It was just a signal decided if we're going to be followed. Yeah, there's not there that says that there's going to be any surprise signals. I think people on this are just going to be really, really happy that we've actually got them where they need to be. I think that is the consensus today. I think it's just thank goodness we've got where we needed to be. As I say, we are a bit late, but it's what it is at the end of the day. Is what it is. We've learned why it was the AWS wasn't working, so we've figured that out. So hopefully for future videos we'll work that one out. All being well, so that's good. That's a biggie. That means we can actually do videos without it constantly stopping us. So that's good. It never used to be that sensitive though. I don't know if it might just be the AP vehicles, but it never used to be that sensitive. You used to be able to sort of press it once, and if you felt like you mispressed it, press it again, and it worked. But for some reason, nowadays it doesn't want to do that. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. And then after this, only a little swig, and then we're at Bradford Foster Square. Another 333. Where's that one going? That one's going to Skipton. Oh my gosh, I've been on that one. 333,002. I've been on that. Recognise the number. That's awesome. Cool. Just so cool. Bouncy vibes. What I love is in the saloon you've got bouncy vibes as well. The whole thing is rocking so cool. Train Sim has come so far. Like, as I say with Omzi as well, a decade of playing these simulation games on YouTube. Like, the game's so far. What you can drive now and the detail on them is just beautiful. Don't get me wrong, they've had their odd replacements and other bits have come along to try and replace them and all that stuff. But these are still so good. So good. Oh, we're actually approaching that a bit quicker than I thought. Again, what I love about this line is it's all a local line. The stops are quite close to each other. You're not driving miles and miles and miles and miles. It's just a nice urban but also rural commuter line. So nice. Just again, the detail. It is just so good as the detail. Yeah, I think it was because I were pressing it in and not taking it off. I think that's why it was kicking off, and then obviously the other one were pressing it in. At least we've worked it out. That's a positive. At least we've worked it out. And it doesn't matter that we're late. We're late as it is. As long as we don't go through the buffers at Bradford Foster Square, I think we've done relatively okay. There we go, caught it. Yeah, one single click. That's what we've learnt, everybody. We have learnt one single click. So yes, we have learnt that. We have established that. It is all good and dandy. I slow down well in advance of this 15 just to make sure that we are very in speed, very where we should be. Oh, there's another train leaving. How exciting. That'll be the... Oh, is that the Euclid train? Oh, it is the Euclid train. How did I guess? Oh, we're going into this platform. Cool. All the shrubbery on that side. And the retail park on the left. I love how all the traffic is realistic as well. So yeah, we've not had the 159 bits, but all the traffic is like properly realistic to what it actually is. So I love these scenarios where they've gone to so much effort to make sure it's spot on. The concentration involved just to make sure that we stop within a good distance of the buffers. Making sure that we actually do a good job of this. That's as close as I dare go. And there we go. So that was, as all the passengers alight, that was this lovely scenario. As I say, a fun scenario, a nice drive. That's a nice screenshot up, actually. A nice drive from Skipton to Bradford Foster Square, calling at Colonley, Steeton and Silsden, Keighley, Crossflats, Bingley, Saltaire, Shipley, Frizinghall, and Bradford Foster Square. In a Class 142, as I say, when I saw this scenario, I was like, that's something a bit different compared to what you normally get when, as I say, everybody's focusing on the Settle and Carlisle extension, so all the random units running from Leeds up. This is the bit like you won't usually get to do. Like this is the bit that not many people have covered, and not many people have sort of touched on too much. So this was just a really unique scenario. Really enjoyed it. As I say, I have failed it catastrophically. For a human error, that is me with my AWS. I was panicking and pressing too many buttons. So we've learned that now. We've learned just to press a single Q and that works. So for future videos, if you've been watching and that's been annoying you, future videos we should be alright, so my apologies for that. And sort of because I was just taking my time. Because I wasn't rushing, because it was a nice video, a nice exploring, I don't want to rush. So I will leave the link for the scenario in the description below. You can run it as I have if you don't have the units like I don't have. Just press F2 and then cancel and it works. Still enough traffic going around with the 333s running at their accurate times. It's pretty cool regardless. So they're still running about. And what have. I'll also leave the link for the route in the description below. You do need the Huddersfield line to make it work. The Huddersfield line is also a really, really nice West Yorkshire line that obviously goes into Greater Manchester, but another absolutely lovely line. I've got a video on that that was released not so long ago. Go and check that one out. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed filming it. If you have done, then please do click that like button, as that way more people can find the video, enjoy it like you have, and then we can keep growing this channel and make it even bigger and better. If you have just found us and you've got to this point, why not subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more content from Train Simulator and OMSI 2 the Bus Simulator. And if you haven't already, do go and check out my main channel and More Central for the real life transport world, buses, trams, trains and more, including following the life and the progress of the buses that I've bought, because I've bought 2 buses, because sometimes I'm a little bit bonkers. With all that said and done, thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, mate. Goodbye for now. Bye!